Yo, welcome back to 150,000 bucks. Let's do this all over again. They want to play with the king, right? I'm going to do this video again. You know, I like how they play with the guys, bro. I just did a whole deep video. We ain't even going to say nothing about it. I'm going to give y'all my purest energy, and I'm going to love y'all genuinely. I want to start my greetings. Peace to all the kings, the gods, and the goddesses of Planet Kai. Peace, meaning positive energy always creates elevation. We're going to speak on today polygamy. We're going to speak on tough situations. We're going to speak on the fasting for the body. And we're going to speak on the protection of men and the understanding and the disciplinary of God himself and that he has put in men and the difficulties of women. So we're going to really dive back into this. I don't care how many times I got to do this. I can do it 1 time, 2 times, 10 times. Today I got time because yesterday was so much. I will put all of my everything into today. So for babe, if you're watching, God probably just didn't want you to hear a couple things in the last video, but you're gonna hear it this video. Take it how y'all wanna. Big dog energy, this real God energy, this real masculine king energy. My disclaimers: I don't give a fuck who got an attitude. We will be talking about what women can and can't handle. We will be talking about attitudes of women. We will be talking about how men are very sensitive men and how they don't know how to be men and they're not respectful men. We will talk about the things different people deserve. We will be talking about the benefits of fasting. And if you don't like constructive criticism, leave the video. If you can't take truth, leave the video. If you can't listen to a man, a messenger of God, a man who comes in a vessel of God, exit the fucking video. If you don't believe in God, exit the video. Let's get into it. So, man, today I got time, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Today I got time, cuz. You know what I'm saying? Hey, today I got time, cuz. Let's start out. They tried it. So, let's hop right into this today. So, last video, I don't even need to talk about it. I'm going to just get right where we at. So I wanted to start off talking about the understanding of right now, emotional intelligence of men. I want to get into the understanding of how important it is for a man to have his emotional intelligence, and also the creativity of people and how they need to keep their creativity alive. So we're going to get into that too. But let's hop into this video right now.
Listen, young boy. Never let your emotions supersede your intelligence. That's
what I'm
another
saying?
jewel that I got.
Don't let nobody trick you out your position. That is a common understanding that's said from coast to coast throughout the hood. Allowing for somebody else to use your emotions to their benefits or putting the key in your back and turning you to their likeness, that's somebody being able to trick you out your position. Never let your emotions supersede your intelligence. That's facts over feelings, meaning that however you feel can never, ever, ever negate the actual facts of what's going on.
Talk about it.
Emotional intelligence is defined as the ability to manage both your own emotions and understand the emotions of people around you. Self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skills are 5 key elements of emotional intelligence. Never allow for your emotions to supersede intelligence. You know, education is elevation, and the lack of emotional intelligence can lead to incarceration, you see what I'm saying, or dehumanization. That rhymed, didn't it? That is an acknowledgement that a lot of people that's locked up looking for commissary and mail and waiting on a release date, they allow for some individual to use their emotions against them and it superseded their intelligence. It's a lot of folks that get mean.
Because they out here with the bowels. Because their emotions.
In that ground because they allowed for emotions to supersede their intelligence. They knew better, they do better. That's also another common saying. Like, share, and follow for more content. Education is elevation.
Ooh, education is elevation. I love to hear it. Shout out to Conscious Lee. Conscious Lee, you on to something. You know what I'm saying? Man, that just really got me pumped. Now talk to us, Kanye. How you feel about this creativity we going through and how the world is?
Anyone that's creative understands that there's no amount of money that can be given to them to make them not want to or have to create.
Say people don't stand up and protect their dreams. People are too scared of getting, spoofed in a way. And the irony of it is so many people that are creatives. Think about a creative person in school. When you picture them, you're probably picturing them all the way in the back of class, sketching or maybe getting beat up. And I'm the one creative. And this is the reason why I went on stage. This is the reason why I did this. Because creatives have got beat up my entire life. And there's moments where I stood up to drug dealers in Chicago and said, you can't have my publishing, come and kill me. Do whatever you're gonna do, but you're not going to bully me. You're not gonna stop me, because my mother made me believe in myself. No matter how many people tell me, stop believing in yourself. Stop saying what you can do. Stop affirming what you're gonna do and then completing that in real life. That's the improper way to do it. I refuse to follow those rules that society has set up in the way that they control people with low self-esteem.
When you're the absolute best, you get hated on the most. But never stop fighting. No matter what anyone says, no matter how they try to compromise you, compromise your vision. If it's in your gut, if it's in your soul, there's nothing, there's no worldly possessions that should come between you and your expression.
Now, with that being said, let's hop into this video and let's get to talking about how life is gone light. So just yesterday I had this, like, man, I went through the most deepest, darkest hole that I ever done been through before. I never thought that I could get here. Being in a relationship with somebody who don't understand you or accept you for you, especially as you being a chosen or a gifted man with responsibilities and different senses of mission and your own special sense of mission. People expect you to be who they want you to be. Never let your creativity die or your vision die because somebody else can't comprehend or understand it. I want to, let me get into it, man. Let me get in. Y'all got to understand. Y'all just really got to comprehend simply this. Like, sometimes you're going to have to risk it all for a vision that no one else can see. See, me, time and time again, I was willing to risk it all because nobody could see my vision. Time and time again, I done lost people. People that came and go in and out of my life. People told me they here. People told me they love me. No, they didn't. I done lost it all because I didn't stop my vision for nobody, even though it didn't cost me a couple challenges in my head. God always knew what I could handle, even if I didn't believe I could handle it or didn't think I could make it past this or didn't think I could find another person to love and accept me. God showed me, man, I can do this, man. God showed me who I am. So let's get deeper into this video and let's get to talking about the relationships and the understanding of how women, man, for all the men trying to be honest with y'all women right now, man, shout out to all the kings who is just real men and who's just real personally, like, just understand who they are and what they want to be in life. We're going to also get into the clouds. We're going to talk about how the government openly, people who work for the government has openly admitted the fact that they spray different chemicals in the sky and how they are chemicalizing and how they are poisoning and toxing us and also controlling the weather. So we're going to get into that too. So let's get into this. So I really want to talk about and deep dive into. First, I want to get my words. I want people to understand right now we are in the times where it's hard being in a relationship and having a family and keeping it together and keeping people together and keeping people not understanding that people serve different purposes and different missions and everybody's their own main character, and sometimes you are just a side character, admit it or not, or accept it or not. You may be the main character in your world, but in another world and everybody else's world, you're a side character, so you can take it how you want to take it. Me, I'd rather accept something versus deny it. And right now, my big topic, I'm speaking on women right now. Women who don't understand men, who don't accept men for men and who they are. A man can come to a woman to be completely honest and tell her the complete truth about what's going on with him. And another thing is right now, what I don't understand about women, I was touching on in the last video, women are very jealous of other women. We speaking on polygamy relationships right now. As a polygamous man, I know what I deserve and what I can get because God, he done told me that I was chosen for different things that people will not be able to comprehend. And it took me time to understand that because why I kept trying to force people to comprehend my vision, but they could not see what I see. And you're going to get into relationships where you're dealing with people who are very self-centered and selfish in ways where a man is different with a man. A man is very loving in the open. A man's love is different from a woman's love. I was touching on how just yesterday I met a woman who the most beautiful and the most highly thing I've ever seen, an angel. She was inside of a hospital just not too long ago last week I can't disclose her name or anything, but just last Friday, she was in the hospital and had birthed a 6-month-old baby who was still moving in her womb but had not had a heartbeat. And this is where a woman's love is so much different from a man's love. She was so strong, and she sat there for 2 days without her. She said, as she said, like, that's why the power of a family is very important and very powerful. She said for 2 days, she sat inside of the hospital and she held her baby and she stared, and she stared so long enough. She took pictures and everything, showed me the picture. She was looking at the nose and see how much they resemble each other. And as she already know, the son was already a part of her spiritually, but he wasn't able to make it into his body, but he was already within her before the body even was created. His story was already predetermined. His story was already pre-written before he had gotten here. And she understood that on a whole nother spiritual level. And I know me as a man, I would have been inside of that room losing my fucking mind. Like, I would have been blowing my mind. I'm losing a child right now that I already have visions and futures for. So shout out to the power and the strength of her. She didn't go off. She said she wasn't yelling at nobody. She was calm, still had a smile on her face, still was sitting there holding the baby. People was amazed by her strength. And that's why I commend women, because I know that y'all love different than a man, and a man loves like, a man love is like no other. Like, it's beautiful to see how a woman is, and how, like, I can't really explain. Women are just so unique and so powerful in their own being, and I wish that all women were like her when it comes to certain situations. Now, we about to hop into this polygamous, where the understanding of women. I've dealt with so many different women. I've lost women. Women have came and go because they did not comprehend or understand or choose to accept my vision. Man, stop dealing with women who do not accept you, who do not understand you, who choose to refuse you, but yet they want you. See, they want you, but then you're wrapped around what they don't want. So since God, he sent what they wanted wrapped around what they don't want, this is what they do. They sit here and they stare at the present, and they stare at the box, and they rip off the wrapper, and then they throw the box to the side, and then they just sit here and stare at the wrapper. Everything that they don't want. But what did they do? They forgot to appreciate what was inside of the wrapper, the gift, the man that they've been begging God for, they pray for God for. And then once they get that man, they cannot handle the man. Women cannot handle men, and they cannot handle truth and honesty. If I came up to my wife right now and I tell her, because women, see, this is what I don't understand about women. Due to the psychological damage that we have went through slavery, they don't even understand or see themselves conscious of the things that they do, because women move off of emotions and men move off of emotional intelligence. It's a difference between a man and a woman, because women are very self-centered, while men are very they love outwardly. They're not so centered. And I'm speaking on good men. I'm not speaking on little boys who's over emotional, who beats women, call them bitches, disrespect them, and then have their sister go fight them next Friday. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about men who respect their wife, who will provide for them, do anything for them, go the farthest length, try to give them the world even though they don't got it, and then they respect the mom, the sisters, even though the father don't like them, even though the mom don't like them, they still respectful. I'm speaking on those men because they know they worth. I'm speaking on men who understand who they are. And women cannot handle an honest man. They rather have a man who would sit here and just lie to them repeatedly and never ever tell them the truth. And women said that they want honesty, but then when you come to them and honest, you're wrapped around what they don't want. So then they're willing to throw away the present and then stare at the wrapper the rest of their life. They keep the wrapper and put it inside their closet. This is what women do. And men, I'm telling this for the men who are dealing with women who do not see you or accept you for you, but yet they want you all in their life. It's either you go get a new woman, or you be patient with this woman, and she's going to have to work with you, because we are the men of God. See, women forget to understand that they are the helpers of God. They are the supporters of God. They are secondary to God. They are supposed to be submissive to God. They're supposed to understand the plan, the vision, because God gave the man the vision to build for the family and the future nations. See, women rather a man add than multiply. You rather me, because you can't see the vision where I'm trying to multiply, and I'm trying to expand the family. I'm trying to unite this family and trying to get it bigger and bigger. But because I'm trying to it takes and it requires multiple women who I'm capable of loving all women, because it's supposed to be a soul sister thing. It's not supposed to be a relationship where it's not supposed to be a relationship where things go your way. I'm sorry, women. God did not create men to make things go your way. God did not create this world for women. I'm sorry. You know, Beyonce had y'all fucked up. Who run the world? Girls. Yeah, little ass girls. Girls don't run the world. Women don't run the world. Women understand men and understand their role and their position. Men understand their role and their position and what they must do in order to keep this lineage alive, because every day we are out at war. Black men and black youth, men especially, we're all at war and attack on a daily basis. And women, instead of multiplying this world that's trying to kill us off, and instead of trying to keep the lineage alive, y'all are selfish and y'all are jealous of each other. Why do I say women are jealous and they selfish? Because they don't like they self. They don't love they self. So say if it's like this, prime example. A girl and her best friend, she go to her best friend, they do gay things all the time. But then the second that the man comes around, and he says, because you can't understand the man, hey babe, I see what y'all doing, and I got this vision, and it's this beautiful thing. We could all multiply and become a family, and I think I want you and your best friend. Nigga, what? What bitch ass name? You hoe ass name? But the second, and now she mad at the best friend. Now she mad at everybody else. She jealous of the best friend, envious of the best friend, because the boyfriend seen a vision and the potential within both of them, instead of being like, hey, because look, this is how selfish women is. They were doing the gay shit with the girl, but then the second that the man want to share the girl, no. But then when the man comes up with that suggestion, here goes the woman. Instead of it being the woman already has a man, so why not get another woman? Because women lie about their deepest fantasies. They have deep intentions and the fantasies that they never speak on, but the second that you bring it up, because it's in reality. See, women live in illusion, men live in reality, because men have to deal with reality more than women have to. Women live in delusion, women live in illusion. So man could come up to a woman and say, hey, this is a beautiful plan. You already got the man. I know you desire another woman, and it's not for it don't even have to be for the sexual sensation. It could be for the need, because why? You have multiple protection. This brings me back to my analogy. Go lay down. Go lay down. This brings me back to the analogy. Would you rather have 10 keys, 1 lock, or would you rather have 1 lock and 10 keys? So let me break that down. Would you rather have 10 dicks, 1 coochie, or 1 dick, 10 coochies? Now look, me, you unlock this door, you got a woman who has benefits in this area and her health areas down here, and maybe the genetics or maybe her past. Then you got this woman over here, she has certain levels of intelligence or features that could go into the next children, and then this area. And then I'm telling you how men are visionaries and how men use their visions in order to build, in order to become and see things that women cannot see. So say I multiply versus adding, I got 15 children. All 15 children, when they grow up, because they have a honorable father and they learn unity, when they all grow up and they raise together, they can build a foundation. They can all come together and buy a community. They can all come together and buy a nation. They can all come together because they're multiplied versus added. I got 1, 2, 3 kids, and then because you wanted to add, you can only have but so many kids. You don't understand the vision that God has given man, or women don't even understand that only a divinely guided man, listen men, only a divinely guided man, guided by God himself, who has went through the toughest and the darkest time, who has went through things, who is chosen who is trusted with troubles, men who is trusted with things, who have big, powerful protection energy, who is godly, who is chosen for this job and for things like this. Women, they want a man like that, but they don't want what comes with it, because the man want multiple women, because they so jealous. They worried about the man kissing a girl, loving a girl, spending time protecting a girl, because what all the attention is not center focused on them. So a woman becomes jealous. But back to my point. Say I'm multiplying, I have 15 kids, and we all come together. I have leeway to build all of this, to build this strong foundation, this union, this community of children. It's called being fruitful. In the Bible, God says be fruitful, but y'all want a man that's a believer in God. Y'all want a man who's righteous and who understands and respects God. But when it says in the Bible, be fruitful. Now, no, I'm not telling men to be fruitful mean get multiple women. You could be fruitful with one woman, but I'm speaking for the men who has the vision, who God has sent you the vision because he know you're capable of it. See, I done went through trial and error. I done been there. I done been through the trials and error. I'm not starting from scratch. I'm starting from experience. So if I was to do this, I know what I'm doing. God sent you a man who know what he doing. God sent you a man who is capable. God sent you a man who knows who is intellectual enough, who is emotionally intellectual enough to understand and to come to understand your emotions, other women's emotions. See, me, I am love. I'm capable of loving multiple women. But that brings me back to the point, when you're dishonest with a woman, see, a man should be so disciplined within himself that he doesn't feel no need to lie about his truth when it comes to a woman. So me being who I am, all of my women, I've always been honest. I don't like being dishonest. So when I come to them and I tell them, okay, well, I love you. I've been looking for you my whole life. I've been wanting you my whole life. They finally get you, but then you tell them, hey, this is the requirements. Hey, this is the job, but you want the job. Okay, you got it, but this is the job description. God said, okay, you want the present. You got it, but this is the wrapper it comes in. So it might come in a paper bag. It might come in something that you don't want, and you just like, oh, why would you give me this? Women is very unappreciative. It's so disrespectful. Imagine God send you exactly what you've been praying for repeatedly over and over again, just wrapped around what you don't want. You say, here, God, I'll send it back. I don't want it. You disrespecting the man who done gave you your gift. So then when you come back and you say, God, could I get the gift again? See, and then y'all wonder why y'all lead a good man who was wrapped around what y'all don't want to go and get a man who's wrapped around what y'all want, but he is what you don't want. See, he'll get you pregnant and then he'll leave you, and then you'll come back years later like, I wish I stayed with that man who knew what he was doing. He was good to me. He was understanding. All I had to do was just submit. All I had to do was just understand. All I had to do was accept him for him. I had to better understand him. That's all I had to do. But no, that was so hard for a woman to do, because in today's age, they're jealous. They don't want honesty. They scream they want honesty, but when a man is honest with them, here they come when the water falls. Or here they come and they make it about themselves. So I'm going to let a woman say this to you and be honest with y'all and tell y'all, this is women telling you we are the problem. Not a man telling you. So this is your sister soldiers telling you.
Real conversation. Like you said, you would think most women want honesty and communication, but he's right. Most women can't handle it. And I've had to be real of like, okay, I say I don't want a man who cheats, but can I handle when he comes to me with a real conversation? I don't know what it's like to be married for 20, 30 years. You don't think in 20, 30 years he gonna have an urge to cheat? Can I handle the real conversation? But you don't think I can handle the real conversation of him? Let's say he comes to me first then. He don't cheat. He comes to me and he's like, babe, I love you. I'm really having these urges. Am I prepared for that conversation? Am I going to make it about me and make it all personal? Of, how could you do this to me? And how could you even... He's coming to you with real problems. And you can't handle the truth, but you signed up to do life with this person? You don't even know what you're signing up for. Like you...
And women love to, say the vows even before the marriage, because when you have sex with a man, see, this is what a woman don't understand. Y'all think that a man just want to get with a woman and have sex with anybody. No, that is sacred. That is deep sexual energy that a man is putting in somebody. And for men, this is not for the men that just want to go around having sex with anybody, because you don't know who she done had sex with. You don't know how many spirits done got in her. You don't know how many men she just let nut in her and just let her be her. You don't know her past relationships. She bringing old toxicness. She don't have a father role model because her father wasn't a good role model because he was a cheating ass man. So then she attracted cheating ass men. And now ain't no honest men. I should really be saying lying men, men who never honest and then who's always sneaking around. And then when it comes to you and they get a good man like you and you are what they want, but you wrapped around what they don't want. They want to throw you away, but they already done went through all the toxic niggas who was willing to nut in them and just lead them and then kick them out and then tell them they ain't shit, they ain't never gonna be nothing, they ain't gonna never be nowhere. But then when you find a man who's really willing to be there for you, and you wonder why he's on his last straw with you. Because I came to you as I am, and you tell me that you love me, yet you don't accept me. Come on, talk about it. And as she said, y'all not ready for an honest man who's just willing to come to you and tell you and have that real conversation with you. Babe, I'm not going out to cheat. I'm coming to tell you first. Babe, you over there with your old friends and you doing all this gay shit, but the second that I ask you to just find a soul sister for me to help me multiply, because God gave me this vision to be fruitful, to help me build this nation inside of a nation. You don't want to help me with that, but you want to argue with me and you want to fight with me and fuss with me when I tell you that God sent me with the vision. Come on, and you're not prepared for it. I'm gonna let sister say it again. I'm gonna play it back. Look.
Like you would think most women want honesty and communication, but he's right. Most women can't handle it. And I've had to be real of like, okay, I say I don't want a man who cheats, but can I handle when he comes to me with a real conversation? I don't know what it's like to be married for 20, 30 years. You don't think in 20, 30 years he gonna have an urge to cheat? Can I handle the real conversation? But you don't think I can handle the real conversation of him? Let's say he comes to me first, then he don't cheat. He comes to me and he's like, babe, I love you, I'm really having these urges. Am I prepared for that conversation? Am I gonna make it about me and make it all personal? And how could you do this to me? And how could you even... He's coming to you with real problems. And you can't handle the truth, but you signed up to do life with this person? You don't even know what you're signing up for.
90% of women don't even know what they signing up for, or don't even know what it take to handle a man, because if they did, they would get his ass back and go gay. But then that goes back to me saying this, okay, you can go gay, but you can't handle a man who's willing to take you and your gay friend. Because then you're going to get jealous of the girl because you want the man to yourself. But then you want the girl to yourself. And then you want the... Yo, women, y'all got to stop this shit. Y'all are so confused. Y'all don't even know y'all heritage or where this started. What is cheating? Cheating was not a such thing back then because there was no such thing as envy or jealousy. It was women who understood that men were men of God with purpose and that they all served different duties. And when they picked a man, they picked their man wisely. They wasn't just picking anybody. Yeah, it was women out here with multiple men, but no, we speaking for the men who want their own women, who's not out here sharing, who's not trying to share, who's not trying to be fucking 10 keys, one lock, who's not trying to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 keys and one lock. No, we trying to be 1 key, 10 locks. We trying to, and y'all don't understand because this is our nature. Women, y'all were built to love. Y'all don't love as a man. A man loves openly and unconditionally. That's why I say I am love, because I can love the whole world. I'm not just so self-centered and just focused on, oh, this is my family, this is my man, he gonna have my baby and my babies only, and I can't have... See, y'all really need to look back into the history, because only a divinely guided man can understand why he will want multiple women for a purpose. It's not about sexual urges. Fuck the sexual urge. I got a vision. It's not about the sexual, hey, babe, can I come over here because I saw this girl that I really wanted and I just wanted to have sex with her and I want you to agree. No, babe, I'm not just having sex with anybody. This is about my spirit. I'm trying to make sure that I keep my energy pure when it comes to things like this. But as she said, not every woman can.
A lot of broken homes are due to a lot of men being overwhelmed. Because listen, we men, honestly, we can sleep in a box. Right? Yeah. As long as we got our peace, nigga, I can sleep right here in this corner and be okay.
And be all right.
But when we have, you know, our better half, yep, we want to provide safety. We want to provide just overall way of being able to provide. You know what I'm saying? In every which way, right? And we want to give them all the comforts that they see and that they see on TV. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now we have to bust our ass. Well, that gets heavy. That becomes really heavy because on a day-to-day, man, damn, man, and you can't tell her that, you know, because you don't want to put doubt in her head or in her mind, in her heart, that you're not able to do it.
Come on, he was talking that real stuff.
I don't know what it's like to be married for...
Like I was getting that. Women, it's just, they don't even understand. Women go based off, they don't understand what was life like before slavery and the psychological damage it did to us during and after. Well, it was little girls growing up in the kitchen at the breakfast table, breaking fast at the breakfast table, watching TV, seeing one woman, one man in this house, in this perfect family. They don't never have conflict, and if they do, they always heal it and they always fix it, and they expect this a fantasy magical world. But then when reality slap, you never seen a TV show with 3 wives and 1 husband, and that's the main show. Or 3 wives, 1 husband, 15 kids, and that's the main show. So that's not your used to. You want to go based off what you've been seeing. 98% of your thoughts is what you've been knowing your whole entire life. So you think that you're supposed to meet this perfect Prince Charming, and he's not supposed to want no women. What about the kings who have multiple wives and mistress? What about the king? You don't like studying that? You don't like watching the king, but you like watching the princess get her way every single time when she pout and she whine and she go around throwing fits. Y'all gotta get y'all act together. Like, it's the same shit every single time. And this is also women speaking on how a fatherly love is different from a man. Y'all gotta understand that a man's love is different from a woman. A woman don't love like a man. We process things different. We move different. We act different. This is the type of man, this is the type of father you want in your children's life, but yet you can't handle the man and what it take to get the man. Come on.
Did you have a father that you respected?
I didn't disrespect my father. He wasn't around.
Okay, so that's the thing. So stop it there, right? You didn't even have the prime example of what you needed to carry your love for men in your later ages. Your father wasn't there to instill certain traits in you so you will accept a man's love. God's love comes through the father. So since you don't really know how to experience and digest the father's love, that means that you don't really know how to experience and take God's love, because that's where the love trickles down from, right? The father's love is much differently than the mother's love. The mother's love is more of a coddle love. You fall down, you get back up, oh baby, it's okay. You fall down, you get back up, oh baby, it's okay. To the point when you're falling down so much, the father's like, stop falling.
Right.
What are you doing? But the father would tell you that the first time.
Right.
Why are you tripping and falling? Get up. Get up.
Oh God, my dad did that to you before.
The father's love is a disciplinarian love. God's love is disciplinary. Think about it. God wants you to repent before you go to heaven. That means that tell me what you did wrong and repent your sins, and then you'll get to the promised land. But if you don't repent, forget you.
You're not going
and
here.
that's that father's love. If you're not changing your behaviors, then hey, get out of here.
And the same thing goes for a relationship with women. If you're not changing your behavior, get out of here. You want this man, but you're not willing to change yourself for him. You want this man, but you're not willing to change your thinking process. You're not willing to change the way that you see him, but you're ready to run away. But you're ready to go put your problems on the next man who's willing to get you pregnant. And then you wonder why you ain't got no baby daddy. But the good man, he over there, he chilling, he good. Because all he wanted to do was love and provide for you. But now he ain't even got to trust no more, because you wanted to go to the other man who ain't give a fuck about you. He in the streets, he got the guns. Then he cheat on you, and he can't never be honest with you. But when it comes to a man who being straightforward and honest with you, you want to kick him to the curb and cut him out and throw him and slice him and dice him. But you want to sit here and kiss the man ass who disrespects you all day and drag you like you a dog on a leash. Talk about it, man. Okay, so we're going to get into this last video on how women, like, y'all got to understand this is y'all soul sisters that's really talking and trying to let y'all know, like, no, y'all are the problem. The way the men y'all pick, the way that y'all think, how y'all condition yourself, y'all thought process. Do y'all process things before just acting off emotion? Because men have to. Men, they know how their strength is, because sometimes when a man doesn't process his emotion, he's a dangerous man. He resorts to violence. He resorts to anger and all these different things. That's why a man must be emotional intelligent to handle any form of a woman. And he must have his emotions in check. He must have self-control, and he must master and discipline that on a daily, consistent basis. You can't just one day give up and forget your teachings. You gotta carry them principles with you everywhere you go. But this is women speaking on how they see their own soul sisters. Like, get y'all act together. Y'all is choosing bad men, but y'all wonder why y'all can't keep a good man.
Problem. Why am I attracting them? Baby, how am I picking them?
You're a part of the problem.
Why am I attracting that?
Bro, it's the same thing I always say. If you 3 baby daddies in and they all deadbeats, you are a poor decision-making woman. And I'm not trying to beat that down, you know, into you. But maybe you need to stop for a second. Stop popping them kids out like they candy. And chill out and reassess yourself and really reevaluate and be like, okay, what's going on with me? Because I'm not a cum bucket. Because that's how it's coming off. That's how it come off to me. I'm sorry. Anybody that want to release in me can. There's no specialness in it. Anybody could get me pregnant. That's how I feel. That's how it looks. You don't have no type of self-control or thought process. You knew this dude for 3 months. And then this is another thing. We were just talking about, I was talking to my makeup artist about this. If you are someone who is not a good judge of character, and girl, by 2 baby daddies, you know if you a good judge of character. I don't care. Because if both is bad, both baby daddies dead beats. Like we said, girl. So if you know that, right? Wait. Get to know them. People can only hide who they are for so long unless they are psychopaths. Or you're just completely lying to yourself.
Baby.
And for the men, man, y'all gotta stop hanging with the women. That's not sexist. People can only hide who they are for so long. And some women, they swear to see my girlfriend when she first got me, she told me, babe, I can I was in a polygamy situationship. I wasn't in a relationship. I was in a polygamy situationship where I had 2 different women and I had to choose between one, and I chose my wife. Because why? Because she was the better choice, and not in the sense because one is better than the other, but because I was starting a new chapter in my life. But I told her the requirements, everything that come with me. So later down the road, when I have a conversation and I'll be real with you, it's a problem because I'm telling you who I am and what requires of the man that you have asked and you have begged God for. But then you put this face mask on, like, yeah, babe, I can handle you, I can. But then when the pressure come and the wave come, all of a sudden the mask come off, and then you really drowning. Well, all you have to do is say, okay, I can't swim. Women, y'all gotta get y'all act together. This is you, and this is your future, your life, and what you're gonna get. You're gonna get deadbeat baby daddy, or disciplinary good polygamous man, or man who's just honest with you, or a man who's loyal to you. Because some men don't want multiple women. They don't got a time in a day. More things, more problems. See, me though, God know what I can handle. I've been handling the deepest, the strongest of the darkness. It's like a man in the gym. When you walk in the gym, you see the strongest man lift the strongest weights, because you know he can handle that much pressure, he can handle that much strength. Well, God did the same thing with the darkness that I had went through, and the problems that I went through in my past relationship. God knew what I could handle in my strength. He knew that people, instead of me going to people will be coming to me for advice, because my only teacher and advice was God, and God did speak through man, to man, for man. So shout out to the people who gave me my advice. But overall, that was just people coming up to me to give me advice, and not me going out soul searching for the people who just think they got it all figured out. No. But now I want to get into the detox of the body. I want to break this down, and I want y'all to understand and hear me how important and how beautiful it is, the benefits of fasting. I want y'all kings to hear this loud and clearly. Y'all gonna be feeling so much different. Just consider it, even if it's just for a day or two. Hop into this and really see what fasting do for y'all. Like, come on.
15 hours, we see growth hormone go up. Growth hormone is the hormone that keeps you young and helps you burn fat. We also see in men 1,300% increase in testosterone just from somewhere between a 13 to 15 hour fast. 13% increase in natural testosterone stores. And then we start to see inflammation go down. So all of a sudden, if you have people who have like joints that are hurting, they start doing 15 hours of fasting every day, and they're like, God, you know, my joints just don't have that same stiffness in them anymore. But if you stay in that fasted window, you keep going 17 hours, your brilliant body turns within and it goes, wait a second, no food's coming in. We better get stronger. So it literally takes the bad cells, the cells that are slowing you down, cells that are turning into cancer, and it gets rid of those. They're called senescent cells. It literally recycles them out of your system, and it goes into the cells that are still usable, and it makes them stronger. It fixes the intercellular parts. We call that autophagy.
Come on, y'all better listen to this white lady. Y'all better listen to them oppressors who've been oppressing and ruling over the world for as long as God allowed. Y'all better listen to it. This is divine knowledge. This is divine guidance. This is hidden knowledge. Y'all better listen. If y'all don't believe me, y'all gonna believe me later. I'm gonna play it back for y'all if y'all didn't catch it the first time. Research shows
shows at 15 hours, we see growth hormone go up. Growth hormone is the hormone that keeps you young and helps you burn fat. We also see in men 1,300% increase in testosterone just from somewhere between a 13 to 15 hour fast. 13% increase in natural testosterone stores. And then we start to see inflammation go down. So all of a sudden, if you have people who have like joints that are hurting, they start doing 15 hours of fasting every day and they're like, you know, my joints just don't have that same stiffness in them anymore. But if you stay in that fasted window, you keep going 17 hours, your brilliant body turns within and it goes, wait a second, no food's coming in. We better get stronger. So it literally takes the bad cells, the cells that are slowing you down, cells that are turning into cancer, and it gets rid of those. They're called senescent cells. It literally recycles them out of your system and it goes into the cells that are still usable and it makes them stronger. It fixes the intercellular parts. We call that autophagy.
Man, y'all better listen, because she was just talking, and when she was talking, she was not just talking. Y'all better understand she was spitting. Y'all better understand. I want to get into another video. Did you know things you may have not known about the body and the beauty of fasting and eating at specific times, not overeating? Overeating could be so bad for you. But here we go.
Reach this video is because it's something you didn't know. Back again is Did You Know Monday, Did You Know? The body circadian rhythm go from noon, 12 p.m. to 8 p.m. for eating and digestion, and from 8 p.m. to 4 a.m. for absorption and utilization, and from 4 a.m. back again to noon for elimination. Did you know the body in a high alkaline state does not leave scars? If you cut yourself, you should heal, and it should not leave a scar behind. The more that your body has scars, the more acidic you are. Did you know if you have dry skin, your body is telling you it's dehydrated from acidosis? Acids burn, so there's no hydration in that. Water alone would not bring it back. Also, if you have itchy skin, your body is full of fungus. You want to get rid of all the candida in your body. Did you know mood swings and anger problems are signs from your liver? You want to detox your liver and your pancreas. Did you know if you have a frontal headache, it's signs from your stomach and bowel that is overstimulated? This comes from stimulating foods like meats, coffee, processed foods, etc. Did you know Coca-Cola and Pepsi is only 3 pH? And if you poured it on raw tissue, it'll break down the tissue because acids burn. 3 pH is way too hot. Gatorade is even lower at 2 pH. If it wasn't for bacterium in your lymph nodes to bring it up in pH before you pee it out, every time you pee, it simply burns. Your body's so smart, you better thank it every time you wake up. Don't forget to subscribe to my IG where we diving in deeper on topics like this.
Man, shout out to Rich Love. Go check him out. Man, God is in everything. Public announcement. God is in everything. And right now he is releasing the knowledge on us, okay? Now, I want to get into this other video. We kind of touching back on, now we about to touch in on money. We about to understand, y'all, because y'all got to understand, y'all got to start living your life. Me, I'm about to go plan me a trip. I got money on the way, so I'm about to plan me a trip. I'll be back until I leave, but I'm about to plan me a trip. And because, man, y'all got to stop stressing yourself and killing yourself out every single day about this money, and never ever allowing yourself to have a good time. Y'all working and killing yourself like slaves, but none of y'all ever, like, you know, and I'm talking for the people who really hard working. I'm talking about them people who, like, they don't have them days off. I'm talking about them people who really be working their ass off just to have no fun but get their money to everyone else.
Everybody too though, bro. Like, God will. The message that I want to tell everybody too though, bro. Like, don't work so hard. Life could be over in a blink. You worked so hard and you didn't even get to go see India. You ain't never went to go see Mexico. You ain't never went to Las Vegas and shot dice just for the fuck of it. Like, like, if you got it, bro, don't value money. You almost lost my life. Money didn't mean nothing at that point. All I was thinking about was the memories that I had created, and I ain't have enough. Fuck that money, bro. That money don't mean shit, bro. It really don't, bro. Like, shit, live your life, my nigga. If you got it to do it, man. That money gonna come back. Go have fun, bro. When I almost died, that was all I thought about was the memories. That hurt me the most because I ain't did shit. That's what I thought. I almost crossed over. All I thought about was the time I wasted chasing money. That shit meant nothing to me at that point in time. My memories and my kids. Hold on to your kids. That's what means something, bro. That money, when you on your way, when you finna cross over, when you go through that phase, you're not thinking about, oh, I made $10,000. You think about that shit. You think about your life and how you lived your life. Man, the rest of that shit don't matter. The message that I want.
I'm telling y'all, and then there's another message from Surf. You know, God speaks through man, 2 man, 4 man. Listen.
God will punish you the most if you play with what he gave you. Like if you go steal something, or if you go win some money at the casino, some shit like that, whatever, go blow it. But if you play with something like your talent, like your family, like, you know what I mean, just certain things that God gave you, He will punish you the most. You know what I mean? And for me, what I've learned, like with the talent I got and the things that I could be doing and the people that I affect and shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, life calls for circumstances. Like, you got choice and chance. You know, it's life. You know what I mean? So you do what you gotta do. And I genuinely feel like the end justify the means. And God is a forgiving God. So certain things call for certain things, but stupidity won't be tolerated. I'm gonna kill you because I got a lot in store for you. But I'm gonna show you something. God will punish you
I got
the
a lot in
most.
store for you. But I got something for you though. Word, y'all better get right with the high, man, with the Most High. Y'all better get right with him. And then this goes back into a little tap in. Another disclaimer. Man, like I was saying, this is not just for any kind of men. This is for men who's really dedicated and who has worked hard and put their hard work into the self-improvement and the understanding of not only self but the people around them, but first self and then the people around them, trying to conquer themselves instead of conquering the world. This for the people who is disciplined. What I speak on polygamies and all of this other things, this is not for the weak. This is not for weak women, and this is not for weak men. This is for people who understand purpose, who acknowledge purpose, who accepts purpose and change and different things that God has put according to God's plan, and instead of trying to reject God's plan, they work with God. And you know, it's a woman's job to submit to a man, and understanding it's a man's job to protect and also submit to his wife. Me, I know I'm very submissive in a sense when it comes to my wife, but if my wife is not the same level of submissive, I know something is completely off. So I know that I'm not in the right place, or I'm not in the right understanding. If I can comprehend what you want, but you can't comprehend what I need, like, you know, you gotta, cause I already know what you need. So it's like, man, y'all just gotta really rock out with that. But this is really what happens, man. Y'all gotta understand. Y'all better be grateful for the men that's protecting. Y'all better be grateful for them big energy dogs. Because when I leave, the protection leave. Y'all gotta understand that things before y'all knew. Before y'all knew us, the things y'all was going through after y'all met us, y'all ain't never had to go through it again. But then when you wonder why when you leave, you're going back through the same problems. And come on, let Big Dog talk about it.
Banged my line and she was like, bro, did you do some spell work or some shit on me? Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Did you conjure? Hey, I don't do that little goofy shit. She like, hold on. It's like the day you left, it was like storms and hurricanes and yeah, when I leave, the protection leave. Listen, I know y'all hear people say this shit. Y'all need to really understand. A lot of times things don't happen to you when you have a chosen being in your life. Yeah, they protecting you. They taking so much of your fucking karma away from you. But the second that beam say, fuck it. The second that beam say, you know what? Hey, it is what it is and it isn't what it isn't. You gonna regret it. Like, every ex I've ever been, like all my exes, no cap. I guarantee, man, big energy.
Man, y'all better really tap in, man. Oh, y'all heard what he said. This is word. This is truth. Woman, y'all don't gotta accept it, take it how you want to take offense, because that's all y'all know, because that's all how y'all been raised. But I'm talking to the women who willing to change, who want that change, who don't want to be who they used to be, who don't want to be the same, who want to better understand the world and what it is, versus just trying to have the world understand them. First seek to understand, then to be understood. This is truth of a man, and this is truth of the understanding. See, all I'm doing is I'm just being a messenger, so you could take it how you want it, but all I do know is this is the truth of men, and you can, I'm gonna upload this video of the chakras. I want everybody to really tap in with their chakras. Y'all gonna see it on the click of the video. But man, y'all better really tap in with yourself and the understanding of the role of a man and the role of a woman. And men need to better understand women, and women need to better understand men. That's the only way that this is going to come together, and we supposed to fuse into one. It's called dichotomies. You got your liking, small, tall, division. It's division. Small, tall, a little short. Small, tall, big, little, male, female, northwest, southeast. It's division, dichotomies. Y'all need to learn how to fuse them together. So I'm gonna let this play one more time. If y'all didn't hear, y'all heard it. Alright?
A young lady banged my line and she was like, bro, did you do some spell work or some shit on me? Let me cook. Let me cook. Let me cook. Did you conjure? Hey, I don't do that little goofy shit. She like, hold on. It's like the day you left, it was like storms and hurricanes and... Yeah, when I leave the protection leave, listen, I know y'all hear people say this shit. Y'all need to really understand. A lot of times things don't happen to you when you have a chosen being in your life. Yeah, they protecting you. They taking so much of your fucking karma away from you. But the second that being say, fuck it. The second that being say, you know what? Hey, it is what it is and it isn't what it isn't. You gonna regret it. Like, every ex I've ever been, like all my exes, no cap. I guarantee, man, big energy.
Big energy, man. And I'm gonna leave off on that, man. Positive energy always creates elevation. Man, shout out to the kings and the queens. Man, I just hope y'all just keep elevating, keep educating yourself on self-mastery and self-knowledge and self-understanding and God and his kingdom and what he has planned for his kingdom. I'm going to leave off on this note right here.
A man should always be honest. I always say, if you're a grown man, what's your problem with being honest? She can't kick your ass, right? Like, now when I was a child, I would lie because I didn't want to get a whooping, right? But when you're a grown man, you shouldn't have to lie. Like, a man should be disciplined to get to a place where he never has to lie. So if you cheating, you got to put your phone down because you know they're going to call you at the wrong time, right?
Yes.
You know the women that you're dealing with, they're not going to call you until you walk in the house with your... Well, they do. I think they do know better. I think they got a spidey sense.
It's about dinner time.
I think they got a spidey sense that know when your ass gets home with your wife.
Let me go call and send a text. The most fucked up is all hearts. You start with the hearts.
And they know when, and you like, you know, and you know too. You know when the phone vibrates that it ain't your homeboy. I don't know why we know that.
Not for real. I mean, I know not
so
to
you
look.
gotta check your phone like, but you're a grown man. Why don't you just be honest and have the relationship you want?
They say, you know, especially when you're in a situation where, let's say, children are involved or you're really highly invested, maybe you paid for her college fund and you really just invested, whether with children or money. They say sometimes it's cheaper to keep her, and let's not ruffle the feathers. Let's keep it to where it's cheaper to keep her. We got to go left or right here. And it's probably cheaper to say, let me just continue to side-eye the phone versus saying, this is what it is.
Right. So it'll cost you in the end. It will cost you in the end, man. So if you are lying,
just simply that, it'll cost you in the end. If you lying about your whole who you are, putting that mask on your face, see, it may benefit you in the beginning being honest, but it may not. But I can guarantee it will cost you in the end. You think you're gonna get away with lying to a woman. Women got an intuition that men can never have. So y'all just gotta understand, man, be true to yourself. Men love yourself. Women love yourself for who y'all are. Y'all wanna be gay, be gay. I don't condone it. Y'all wanna be with a man, be with a man. Y'all wanna be with a little boy, be with a boy. Y'all want baby daddies that ain't around, have that. Y'all want jailbirds, have that. If y'all want a king, have that. Life is about choices and decisions. Peace and paradise to all the kings and the queens and the goddesses of Planet Kai and Israel. I love all of y'all, and I want all of y'all to stay motivated and highly blessed and favored. I love y'all. Peace out.